This is Valley News Live at 10.
Just 2 days after a shooting that got national attention, the Plaza Azteca restaurant in South Fargo reopened today.
And countless thankful patrons joined in to help raise money for the mother and son who were shot Wednesday. Valley News Team's Aaron Walling brings us the story.
Customers from the Fargo-Moorhead area flocked to the Plaza Azteca to show support for the staff and the victims of Wednesday's shooting.
You can't live in fear and not come out and support.
50% of the proceeds on Friday are going to help 21-year-old mother Lucia Garcia and her son Dominique.
There was no doubt in the beginning. I mean, I think we all knew that we want to give back. There was no question about it. There was no hesitation about it.
That's why we're here. So I saw that and was like, we gotta come out for that.
Folks at Plaza Azteca say Garcia was a regular there, and they will welcome her with open arms when she returns.
I just hope, that this place doesn't scar them for life, because we are very welcoming, and we do appreciate and love all of our customers.
In Fargo, Aaron Walling, Valley News Live.
The Garcia family tell us Lucia and Dominique are both stable and being treated at Sanford Hospital, but they have a long road to recovery ahead of them.
Meanwhile, police say 24-year-old Malik Gill is the one who shot the two inside the restaurant before stealing a car and leading police on a high-speed chase into Clay County. The chase ended in a crash there, and deputies found Gill dead of what police say was a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
The shooting has many worried about safety, and the Cass County Sheriff's Department wants to ease some concerns. The department is now offering active shooter training to any area business. Valley News Team's Alex Larson has this story.
The majority of the situations happen in the business setting, and so we're really wanting to partner with our businesses to bring that training to them.
The Cass County Sheriff's Office has partnered with Fargo Police, West Fargo Police, and Essentia Health to offer active shooter, active threat training for businesses.
It's going to introduce them to medical techniques that they could do to help others who might be hurt in that type of a situation.
Sheriff Jesse Johnner says it's made to prepare people mentally for a rapidly evolving situation.
It's also going to prepare people for evacuation methods that they could use, different types of barricading methods that they could use, whether it's for doors, windows, things like that. And then also on the back end, taking back control as a last option if someone would need to do that.
The training session takes 2 hours. And remember, the training is for all types of businesses. 43 in the area have already taken advantage since launching in 2019.
Anytime that anyone can go through training to protect themselves in any type of situation is going to be very important, whether it's in a business setting or you're out somewhere individually.
For the sessions, every employee is encouraged to be involved.
It's only going to work if everyone is on the same page and everyone is doing the same thing.
Sheriff Johnner says it helps law enforcement too.
It's going to make our response time more efficient, and it's going to help us through the situation.
He says they typically train 1 to 2 businesses a month, but recent local and national events have caused an uptick in people seeking training. In Fargo, Alex Larson, Valley News Live.
If your business is interested in setting up that training, you can contact the Cass County Sheriff's Office at 701-241-5800.
In the weather department, the weekend is here and it's shaping up to be a cool one. First Alert Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joins us now with the details. Hutch.
Indeed it is, and look at those skies clearing out on the Skycam here from our studios in South Fargo. We can see that those clouds really starting to thin out, and that's part of the equation for cooling off. We've got a cold air mass over us. We'll have some areas that get down to below freezing. A freeze warning for some. A frost is going to be likely for many of the rest of us. A couple of things you can keep in mind. Those plants that are planted out there, go ahead and cover them up, and well, bring in those new potted plants and flowers that you have out on the deck. Also, garden hoses, you may want to consider disconnecting them because we'll have some areas that'll be below freezing for hours as we see the rain showers starting to wind down, except in north central portions of North Dakota from Minot north to the Highway 5 corridor heading into Bottineau. Again, we did see some snow in this area out towards Rolla last night. 36 Langdon already, 40 Grand Forks, 39 in Detroit Lakes, and a closer look showing many of you already in the mid and upper 30s. Including Thief River Falls and Crookston at 37 degrees. It's going to be a chilly one out there as we head through the overnight hours. There's your freeze warning. That's where it's most likely to get down below freezing. Devil's Lake Basin, James River Valley, and the rest of us, minus areas south and east of Fargo, will have a good chance at frost. Your hour-by-hour forecast will go over the details on this, and we have a little bit of warmer weather to talk about and an update on our rain chances next week as well.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
Well, our recent rain continues to cause issues for folks in Marshall County. These pictures are sent in from near rural Holt, Minnesota, north of Thief River Falls. The county emergency manager says it's been going on there for more than a week, and the recent rain has kept the water from coming down like it normally would. County Road 7 is still closed through the wildlife refuge, as are a few smaller roads in the area.
National Guard troops are heading to northeastern Minnesota to support flood operations. County emergency managers requested that help. They say with potentially more rain this weekend, they're likely to see river levels rise beyond their historic highs of 2014 and 1950. Docks and boathouses have already sustained damage on several lakes, and some residents are continuing to sandbag to protect their homes.
Meanwhile, the Netchie Port of Entry is finally reopening after more than 2 weeks of being closed due to flooding. Highway 18 connecting North Dakota to Canada is back open. Let's look at what the area looked like earlier this month when it had lots of water. It's been closed since May 3rd. Of course, not all the flooding impacts can be seen right away. Cass County Vector Control started assessing how mosquito populations will look in the coming weeks with all the high standing water around. Luckily, they say our cool weather has helped. Officials say they've already surveyed about 2,000 to 7,000 weekly sites. While the coast looks clear for now, they say that can change quickly.
1.5 to 2 inches of water down, and you might have from mosquito egg to mosquito adult in 10 days. It's really surveillance driven. It can change in a minute.
As of the inspection sites they visited, 10%, less than 10%, are actually producing mosquitoes right now.
New for you tonight, the nearly 200 employees at Motor Coach Industries in Pembina will be out of a job later this year. MCI is one of the largest employers in northeastern North Dakota. A representative for MCI tells us following a detailed 60-day study on the plant, they've decided to shut it down in the fourth quarter of this year, citing staffing issues, pandemic-related supply chain problems, inflation, and gas prices. They say some employees may be offered positions at the company's Crookston facility. NFI will also manage the workforce transition through retirements and normal job attrition.
Now to a story we investigated after a call to our whistleblower hotline. Many in the valley have been battling worker shortages. It's caused one West Fargo school to eliminate a certain summer program altogether. Cheney Middle Schools canceled their extended school year. Students that attend that are often instructed under individualized education programs, or IEPs. One parent says his son, Owen, has Down syndrome and has been recommended for this program since kindergarten, saying without it, he could fall behind.
The purpose of the extended school year is for him to maintain that level, maintain those skills, basically work on the foundation that he established this year so that in the fall he can just pick up at the end of where he was this spring.
West Fargo Public Schools declined an interview but said they simply don't have enough staff to hold a typical ESY experience for this summer. North Dakota Department of Public Instruction tells us they believe the school is arranging some type of alternative. If you need help with an issue in your community, give us a call on our whistleblower hotline at the number on your screen, 701-369-3187. Just leave your tip. It's a voicemail. It's 24/7. We'll do our best to get to the bottom of it for you.
Tomorrow is National Kids to Parks Day, encouraging kids to play outside. Experts say the benefits to both children's physical and mental health is enormous. There are a couple local Kids to Parks Day events happening tomorrow. There's one being held at the Shadowwood Park Splash Pad. That's from 10 in the morning till noon. There's another event taking place at Rowe Farm from 1 to 4.
The housing market in the Red River Valley is heating back up heading into the warmer months, and this is the last weekend to get inspired for a build at the Spring Parade of Homes. The FM Home Builders Association is showing off nearly 50 brand new homes all across the metro for free. Each one featured in the parade opens at noon. The tour ends at 5 each day. Fargo Marathon Week continued tonight. Last night we showed you this. It was the youth run. Tonight was the 5K, also at the Fargo Dome. Tomorrow is the longer races, the bigger races, kicking off with the half marathon at 7 a.m.
Later here on Valley News Live at 10, we'll look at some recent storm damage in Minnesota and some advice if you need to file an insurance claim.
Temperatures today peaked in the 40s for most up north, a low to mid 50s down south, and a 60-degree reading or two to the far south and southeast. We're trucking right back into some wintry conditions. Your hour-by-hour forecast has many of you feeling just like this squirrel. You want to have a word with the forecaster. I'll have those words next.